Are we live? I think we're live. We might just be live here. Are we? Who knows? Oh man. So, I haven't done a live stream in a minute, in a long minute, and do a little live stream. Where can I get that CM Punk? Where can you get that CM Punk? I think I uploaded it. I think it's I think it's uploaded. I think I did it. I believe I did. Yo, Jared, what's up? So, I haven't done a live stream in a minute. I've been trying to be getting some things handled, trying to make some moves, and just wanted to do a live stream. Nothing like in particular. I know I put the whole fantasy warfare, but the fantasy warfare is basically just it's just made up matches that would never happen. It's all fantasy. I mean, well, I can't say never, but more than likely you'll never. It's a small possibility that you will ever see Kenny Omega in an elimination chamber. Let's just put it like that. Let's just put it like that. Like, what are the actual chances of that actually happening? I mean, even seeing CM Punk in an elimination chamber again. When do you ever really think that happened? Actually, this CM Punk is a custom CM Punk. Everybody makes all the CM Punks from all the different versions and everything like that. I didn't want to do that. If I'm gonna make CM Punk, I'm gonna make a custom CM Punk with an attire that he spoke about having. That he spoke to WWE about. He said no, but Brock Lesnar did it. It was okay. So this was basically like fire that I kind of thought up based on this interview that CM Punk had. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because I don't want to make an entire everybody else. Everybody has made a CM Punk. Every creator has made a. I see no reason in me doing the same thing everybody else is doing. So my CM Punk is gonna be different from other people's CM Punk. That's simple. Um, Now, as far as like me watching wrestling, here's the crazy thing. I missed Monday Night Raw. I thought it was Tuesday. When Monday Night Raw came on, I thought it was a Tuesday night, and I don't know. Like my life's been crazy as of recent. It's been really crazy. So it's like my thought process is all messed up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. No, today's Monday. Yeah, today's Monday. It's live. So tonight I'm gonna watch Monday Night Raw. I've been missing out a lot, I haven't watched like NXT. I've been missing SmackDown. I haven't been watching ROH like I usually do. Um, New Japan I haven't really been on top of. Like it's crazy for me to be known as a wrestling call creator. Um, I kind of fell off from like really getting into the whole like keeping on top of wrestling. And it's crazy, but it is what it is. If you guys don't know who that was, that's Hayabusa. Hayabusa is like one of the best Japanese wrestlers in history. He died. I mean, he passed away, but he was one of the most innovative wrestlers in wrestling history in Japan. Um, it's really like something when like you have a star that surpasses the genre and really made a name for him. So the mask itself, the character, nobody has been able to like come up with a character like that. Like a Japanese star who wears a mask and is like a top guy, a legend. Like you haven't seen that. Well, you know what? The Great Muta. But he didn't always have a mask. He used face paint. And then in his older years when he got a baldy, then he got the baldy, he had the mask. Because I mean what it looks like with just face paint with a baldy. It looks weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it looks weird. Um, so yeah, so it's Muda, but Hayabusa, that's been his thing. Like the mask has always been his thing, and that's the one thing that I like about the great what's the great Muda Hayabusa. Like Hayabusa was the truth. Like I like that, you know, that well, at this point in time I'm able to make Hayabusa. They make it very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. WWE games make it very difficult for me to make a Hayabusa. Um, I wish I was able to like speak with them, like speak to somebody like face to face. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, really give my input. I don't think that will ever happen, but you know, I just wanted to put that out there. Um, there's a lot of like creative things that I would like to speak to them about. Um, just about like the whole creating aspect and how the logo system works or doesn't at times. Um, the hairstyles, um, a lot of the options for hairstyles. You know, bringing some options back. Just a couple of things, just overall creative, like even like for the arenas themselves and having you know, some additional creative input or options for, you know, creating an arena or yeah, I mean just the whole aspect of creating an arena. The, you know, adding more arena types, smaller venues, changing the seating arrangement, you know, for smaller venues. Um, flooring, the padding, the turnbuckle padding. You can have it like the regular WWE way. You can change it to like the New Japan where it has the full pad, vertical, the full vertical pad. Have it like that. Just a lot of different things that, you know, you can add to the game. You know what I'm saying? That really makes it stand out as far as like creativity goes. And I mean, it rivals. Like I want the creativity to rival. Well, no, I can say this that the creative modes in WWE games currently are the very best because there's no other wrestling game that surpasses the creative suite. That's just a fact. There's no other game that surpasses it. I have to be honest. But also with that being said,
let's briefly talk about Kendall.
Also with that being said, it's also a situation where it's like you have no competition, and when you have no competition, then it's sort of like, you know, there's nothing to base your work off of, except the work that you did the prior year, rather than saying, oh, well, this team did this, or you know, like I would love to see a Ring of Honor video game. I would love to see a New Japan video game. That's a great drop kick by Okada. Like those two I had to do over. Like I was not satisfied with the way they came out at the beginning. Like with the attire for Okada, the attire that you currently see, I was happy with that. But for Hiroshi Tanahashi, I just didn't. Like I did not like it. Like and it's crazy because I put forth so much work into making that attire, and it just did not come out the way that I wanted it to. Like and that's what bothers me the most because I was running out of space. Like I more or less okay, that was weird. Um, I more or less ran out of logo space. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm touching 1,000, and even with this game, you cannot have 1,000 logos on this game. You can't. It's impossible. But I plan on creating another profile. I don't know if I'm done with call creating this year. I don't know yet. I'm still like, I don't know if because with Okada, with Tanahashi, I sat there and updated their attires. So, you know, I mean, a lot of other call creators like basically are done with creating for this game. You know, like a lot of the other top call creators, they kind of stop around or a little bit after WrestleMania. You know, but you never know who might show up. So I never sit there and say that I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll create maybe here and there. I'll re-upload some guys here and there, but I'm never actually done uploading content. Now, as far as like arenas go, I listen. I did a bunch of New Japan. I did a bunch of Ring of Honor. I did some ECW, and then that was it. That was it. Like I was good. Like that. I'm not really trying to do too much as far as like making a bunch of like of the current WWE pay-per-view arenas because it's all basically copy and paste with a new logo. I'm not doing it. Like I feel like that's kind of it's kind of like chasing downloads, and I don't want to chase downloads. Not in this point, like in my call creating career, I guess if you want to say that. I wanna make something that I'm interested in making, and like I said, the Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Kazuchika Okada, I definitely wanted to like put forth some more effort. Two more calls I want to put more effort into is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Um, I don't know when I'm gonna do that. It just sucks. Like it was that glitch at the beginning of the year for logos. It was so trash, and it was like you couldn't go back and like fix the morph the face. You literally like right now in this game when you create a wrestler and you are morphing their face, if you leave call mode, that's it. That face is going to have to stay the exact way it is. You cannot rework, remorph. If you want to remorph that face, you have to upload another face texture and start from the beginning. And that's crazy. Like it should be just like uploading logos should be the same from last gen as it is now. Like once you upload them, they're uploaded. They're on the call. You don't have to have the logo saved in the game because you're just using it for that one wrestler. And I mean, it saves space. You know what I'm saying? Like the one thing I would love to see eventually is, you know, creators being able to create more wrestlers. You would say like, oh well, 100 wrestlers, yo, that's a lot. 100 wrestlers is a lot, and you know, like you can get a good roster off of 100 wrestlers. True. But you also have to think like maybe you want to do a couple of organizations, a couple of companies. You know, doing New Japan, I think you could bang out like 50. I think you could bang out like 50 New Japan wrestlers, and that would be a great roster. Or some people like to go more in depth and not only create like a current roster of New Japan, but they want to do legends. And that's going to take up probably another 30. So then you're going to have 80 wrestlers from New Japan. You know what I'm saying? And that's like even putting in the old school guys. You know what I'm saying? Where they had different movesets or different variations of a wrestler throughout the years, where they were high flyers and then they gained more weight. So then they started doing more the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just a lot of things that you can add to this game for next year to make it better. And I mean, I know they're working on it now. They usually start working on it around this time. So I don't know. It's if it was a situation where I was able to speak to them about, you know, getting the game updated, you know, the creation suite updated, that would be great. That would be oh my goodness, what a power bomb by Taz. Dag, getting Hayabusa up out of here. He is about no games. Sheesh. Taz is a savage out here in these streets. But yeah, like I don't know. I just want the game to be good. I want more moves in the game. Stop, yo, the whole DLC move thing. Stop it. Stop it. Just put all the wrestling moves in it. Like, because my thing is, when I upload a call, I want to put the right moves on it. If the moves are DLC, I get it. Like, y'all gotta make y'all money, but let's not make money off of the moveset. Let's not do that. Let's put all the moves in up front. Let's put all the moves in up front. Let's just do that, and then put the characters in. You know what I'm saying? It just, I just don't understand. Like, okay, like you already had a Twist of Fate in the game, right? And then you make Matt Hardy DLC, and he has a DLC Twist of Fate. Why? There's already a Swanton in the game. Why have a DLC Swanton? You know, like it just doesn't make sense. Just up front, put the moves in the game. You got the Rainmaker, put it up front in the base of the game. No DLC needed for moves. It's a wrestling game. Wrestling has moves. Professional wrestling has moves. Like I can understand us paying for a character. I can like that's it. Honestly, for a wrestling game, I mean, yeah, you also have career mode. Yeah, they let anyone live stream. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Like I can understand like us paying for characters or like paying for like points, I guess, for the career mode. But other than that, I don't see any other reason why we should spend our money on it. Like this is a very like minimalistic game. And what I mean by that is there's no, besides exhibition and maybe universe mode, career mode is so limited. I would pay for a great career mode. That's the one thing I would definitely pay for without like any hesitation. If you sit there and say, you know, we're gonna do DLC for characters, of course. We're gonna do DLC for career. And the DLC for the career is basically like voice, full voice. Even with our character, we get to choose like 3 voices, like 2 dudes, 1 woman. You know, 2 different voices for the guys. I guess two for the women. You know, make it even. And a branching story, like No Mercy. And that would be so tough. Like we would pay for that because then it wouldn't be. And no, it cannot be. It could be a year in wrestling, but it has to be an in-depth year. Like it has to be like on the road, off the road, in the car, like you know what I'm saying? Like it has to be an in-depth 365 days of what it's like being a professional wrestler, where you got to do interviews. You know, you're driving your car with your road, you know, your friend or whatever. You don't have to like book hotels and stuff, but like going to the gym and training. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your training is right. You know, getting new attire for pay-per-views. Learning new moves, adding to your move set. Maybe training. You know what I'm saying? Training in the performance center. Maybe you get injured in a story mode or something like that. Like stuff like that. Like add in-depth stuff. Like it doesn't have to be a multi-year or let's see if you could become a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like this a year. If you become WWE champion within that time, great. If you don't, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Just, you know, put forth effort, man. Like, don't give us a career mode that's really just a bunch of, like, what, an hour worth of cutscenes? Maybe less than that? I think it was like 20 minutes worth of cutscenes? Like, that's trash. Like, let's be honest. That's trash. 20 minutes worth of cutscenes is not great. That's not a career mode. Like, that's not good. We need more than that. But I wanted to do a little quick video, nothing too long. This is like 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to get this out, you know, a little quick match. I might do some more streaming today, pump out some videos, because I haven't been doing this in a long time. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And like, subscribe, comment, and catch you guys on the next video. Later.